So let's talk about the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which recently celebrated its 15th anniversary this month. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2005 fantasy film The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, released by Disney and Walden Media, co-written and directed by Andrew Adamson, based on C.S. Lewis's 1950 novel of the same name. It was the first published book in the series and second chronological novel of the series. Anyway, the film focuses on 4 British children evacuated during the Blitz to the countryside who find a wardrobe that leads them to the fantasy world of Narnia. And there they ally with the lion Aslan against the forces of Jadis, aka the White Witch. This film was pretty big successful. It became that year's 3rd most successful film and got a lot of good reviews. So let's go into the story. During World War II, the Pevensey children, Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy, are evacuated from a London suburb to Professor Diggory Kirk's country home. Mrs. Macready, the strict housekeeper, explains he is unaccustomed to hosting children. While the Pevenseys play hide and seek, Lucy discovers a wardrobe and enters the fantasy world of Narnia. Seeing a lamppost, she encounters a faun named Mr. Thomas, who invites her to his home. He puts Lucy asleep by playing a lullaby on his flute. When Lucy wakes up, she finds Thomas grieving. He explains that Jadis, the White Witch, has cursed Narnia to eternal winter 100 years ago. If a human is encountered, they are to be brought to her, and Thomas cannot bring himself to kidnap Lucy, so he sends her home. When she returns to Professor Kirk's house, hardly any time has passed, and her siblings disbelieve her story. Of course, Lucy's the youngest. Anyway, one night, Edmund follows Lucy into the wardrobe, entering Narnia. While searching for Lucy, he meets the White Witch, who claims to be queen. She offers him Turkish delight and the prospect of becoming king if he brings his siblings to her castle. After she departs, Edmund and Lucy meet again and return. Lucy tells Peter and Susan what happened, but Edmund lies, to Lucy's dismay. Professor Kirk suggests she is telling the truth, though they remain unconvinced. While running away from Mrs. Macready after accidentally breaking a window, the 4 siblings retreat to the wardrobe and enter Narnia, Peter and Susan doing so for the first time. They briefly castigate Edmund for lying and force him to apologize to Lucy. Then they discover that the witch has taken Mr. Thomas, and they meet a couple of anthropomorphic beavers who tell them about Aslan. According to the beavers, Aslan intends to take control of Narnia from the witch. The 4 must help Aslan. It has been prophesied that if 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve sit on the 4 thrones, the White Witch's reign will end. Well, unbeknownst to our friends, Edmund sneaks off to visit the witch. When he arrives at her castle, she is, well, as you can imagine, pretty PO'd that he's not delivered his siblings. The witch sends wolves to track them down, and the beavers who barely escape. Edmund is chained in the witch's dungeon, where he meets Thomas. And the witch demands Edmund reveal his siblings' location. After Thomas claims that Edmund knows nothing, the witch tells Mr. Thomas that Edmund betrayed him and eventually turns him to stone. While Peter, Lucy, and Susan, along with the beavers, travel, they hide from what they believe to be the White Witch, but is really Father Christmas, which that explains why this film came out in December. And well, Christmas isn't too far away, a sign that the witch's reign is ending. Well, Father Christmas gives them weapons to defend themselves. Lucy receives a healing cordial that can heal any injury and a dagger to defend herself. Susan receives a magical horn that will summon help and a bow and quiver full of arrows. Pierre receives a sword and a shield. After evading wolves led by Mogrim, the group reaches Aslan's camp, and Aslan is revealed as a huge and noble lion who promises to help Edmund. Later, two wolves ambush Lucy and Susan. When Pierre intervenes, Mogrim attacks him only to be killed. Some of Aslan's troops follow the other wolf to the witch's camp and rescue Edmund, and Pierre is knighted by Aslan. Pretty impressive so far. Now to the ending. You know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop and go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie, continue on after 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. The White Witch journeys to Aslan's camp and claims Edmund, but Aslan secretly offers to sacrifice himself instead. That night, as Lucy and Susan covertly watch, the White Witch fatally stabs Aslan, but breaks her word by sending an army to invade. Lucy and Susan send a message to the others, and Edmund persuades Pierre to lead Aslan's army. In the morning, both armies clash violently, but Aslan is resurrected, citing magic beyond the witch's understanding. And let me tell you something, that battle sequence was pretty darn epic. Aslan takes Susan and Lucy to the witch's castle, where he frees the prisoners she turned to stone. Edmund saves Pierre from the witch by destroying her wand, but she mortally wounds him in turn. As the witch fights Pierre, Aslan arrives with reinforcements. The witch overpowers Pierre, but Aslan kills her before she can finish him off. After Edmund is healed from an otherwise fatal wound by Lucy's cordial, the Pevensies are crowned King Pierre the Magnificent, Queen Susan the Gentle, King Edmund the Just, and Queen Lucy the Valiant. And we proceed to 15 years later as the Pevensey children, now young adults, chase a white stag through the forest. They encounter the lamppost Lucy saw earlier and suddenly tumble out of the wardrobe at the same time and day they left, becoming children again. Professor Kirk then finds them, asking why they were in the wardrobe. And that comes to an end, but in a mid-credit scene, Lucy attempts to return via the wardrobe, where Kirk tells her he has tried for many years and he will probably return to Narnia when they least expect it. End of story. So, what did I think of this movie? Well, I went and saw this at at the old Carmike Cinema, which of course is now AMC Classic, but I don't go to that theater no more. I haven't been there for over 14 years. Anyway, I do Malco theaters now. I really liked this movie. After I went and saw Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which came out a month before that, this was just so epic and amazing. I really did love this movie. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I think the story was really good and the characters are good. I think the epic action was really good. I've got the movie on DVD here from Disney, of course. This is also on Blu-ray. And you can also find the movie on Disney Plus as well. Anyway, I finally took the time to revisit this movie after I hadn't seen it in a long time. But I really did like it. Anyway, it later went on to win an Academy Award for Best Makeup and lots of other awards and what have you. Now, a year later, Disney issued a 4-disc extended cut of the film on DVD, but it was only available for a month until early the following year. And the extended cut ran for 2.5 hours, which was 15 minutes more than the actual theatrical cut. I wish I could have seen that, but... Or, no, wait a minute, hang on, let me recheck. I may be wrong, but anyway, I really did love this movie. It was very good. Now, for our cast, playing Peter is William Moseley. Playing Susan is Anna Popplewell. Playing Edmund is Skander Keynes. Playing Lucy is Georgie Henley. They were all very good. Now, actually, the adult version of Lucy was actually played by Georgie's real life sister, Rachel, as a matter of fact. Playing the White Witch is Tilda Swinton. Playing Mr. Thomas is James McAvoy, even before he played Professor Xavier in the X-Men prequels. The voice of Aslan is Liam Neeson, who did an absolutely amazing job. So anyway, I loved this movie. The score from Harry Gregson Williams is really good too. So anyway, I really thought this was pretty good. The DVD went on to become a big seller in 2006, surpassing Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. But hey, I was cool with it. After all, besides, I got a special edition of that. I know I haven't reviewed those films yet, but when next year comes, you will be ready for Harry Potter movies. You'll be ready for the Lord of the Rings as well. I'll be doing those next year too. But anyway, would I recommend the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Most definitely. After revisiting this, it's still got it. I really do love this movie, and it was just one of the many greats. Now, of course, 2 follow-ups would come out. Prince Caspian, which unfortunately I've only watched one time, but I'll revisit it and give it another chance. And then there was Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which I have yet to see, even though it's been a decade since that came out. There was to be more, but unfortunately, a year after that movie, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, Wally Media's contract with the estate of C.S. Lewis expired, and there was to be a film adaptation for the 4th one, The Silver Chair, which was to be released through TriStar, but unfortunately, never got any word. But however, I've been reading that possibly we'll get new improved movies as well as a Narnia TV series on Netflix. We'll see. I can't be too sure about that yet. So anyway, what are your thoughts on the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Please feel free to tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below and subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Okay, now let me see. Oh yeah. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of the 2003 version of a Disney classic, Freaky Friday. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching my review of the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And if you like this, you might want to check out some of these other, fun-filled movies that are really good. If you want some epic adventures and what have you, you can go to the upper left-hand corner for something that may not be Narnia themed, but space themed, my Star Wars playlist, where I've reviewed all the movies and ranked them. Look for a TV log special, The Mandalorian, coming soon, okay? In the upper right-hand corner, you can find my recent review for the new Disney Plus flick Safety, which of course is based on a true story. Or if you just want some more fun from out of the pages of books, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my most viewed video of the year so far, The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. in the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.